Hits 96, we are Chattanooga's #1 hit music station. And around this time every Tuesday, it's time to talk dating with Brock Olsen. Brock, how are we doing today?
Doing very well, Gino. Thanks for having me on, sir.
Of course. Yeah, we have a great time when you come on and always giving wonderful advice. And I want to give everybody a heads up, too. You can always go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/hits96, to see all of the previous advice that Brock has given. You can go to brockolsen.com, too, for more details on everything Brock's got going on. And there's quite a bit, from podcasts to one-on-one coaching. I know there's a speed dating event that we're going to mention coming up in just a little bit. All kinds of info is out there. Make sure you go and follow us on social media for all of that heads up. And if you have a question, you can send us an email, and that's Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com. Tracy did just that for us, Brock, and I'm just going to get right into it and let you take it away, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
This one says, "Hey, Gino, here's one for Brock. My friend is dating again after yet another failed relationship. She's in her mid-30s now, and the only one that ever came close to being, quote-unquote, the one, turned out to be a cheating liar. I think she's just attracted to the wrong type of guys. I've been married for about 10 years now, so I've been out of the game for a while, and I feel like things have changed drastically, so I don't know how to help her. Does Brock have any advice that he could pass on to me that might help me help her find a good guy? How can I be a better friend and help find her the love of her life? Thank you." And that was sent in from Tracy. She wants to be a better wing woman, is what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing as well. Tracy, sounds like you're an amazing friend. Thank you for looking out for your friend, and I'm sure she's going to appreciate this as well. And that's a really good question. When we're going through breakups and we're having some bad experiences, it's really, really easy for us to get a little bit jaded and not really want to date anymore and be like, oh man, stuck and all that type of stuff. So as long as she is still open-minded and still really wanting to meet somebody, that's a phenomenal start. As a friend, I think that your job shouldn't really be to find somebody. As a friend, I think you just need to be a really positive, supporting cast member, if you will, where whatever it is that she's doing, always give her some solid advice, always be supportive. But I'm going to tell you some really great ways and some places that you can suggest where she might be able to find some really good quality people. I don't really know if she's super busy or not, but if she does have time for these things, they're going to be really, really great opportunities for her to run into. Join an adult sports league. I'll know she's into those types of things, but there's adult kickball, adult softball, all sorts of stuff like that. Go do some events that you find on Facebook and things that she really enjoys doing. Do that. Get involved in those types of little niche markets and stuff like that, where people that she might bump into are going to be people that she already shares some common interests with. And then I actually do some events myself. I host speed dating events. I just hosted one last week. I'm going to be hosting one in September. If you wanted to put the little bug in the ear, hey, there's a speed dating event at the end of September, maybe reach out to Brock and send her to my website. That could also be super beneficial as well, because most of those participants are hand-selected by me. I do a pretty good background check, and there's some form of compatibility and that everybody's bringing value to the table there. But yeah, as far as just you being her friend, just support her in this endeavor, because let's be completely honest, dating is super, super tough. So we all need some really supportive friends as we're going through this process.
Ultimately, Brock, do you recommend trying to play matchmaker for people? I know that you're a dating coach and everything, but when somebody maybe that doesn't have any expertise or hasn't done the studying and hasn't really done the research, trying to pair people up, is that something that you recommend people do, or would you probably have them stay away from that?
So matchmaking is actually super, super intricate, and it's another service that I actually do offer. I think that if you're able to pair two people up and you're that common denominator, if you're a good judge of character, then why not? But it can always kind of come bite you a little bit, so be kind of careful if you're doing it over and over. Having a positive reference is always a good opportunity, or a good thing for somebody else if they're going to start dating. Having that person that they trust to set them up definitely makes them feel a lot better. And what I've experienced is that it makes sure that they're both on their best behavior.
Right. I ask because it's kind of a rule of thumb that I've always played with. If I have two really good friends, I usually try not to play matchmaker anyway, because you almost feel like you have to take sides after, God forbid, it went sour.
Yeah, I mean, it can get really
messy.
tricky really quickly. Yeah, I completely agree. And I mean, in the friendship dynamic, that can get super tricky. And it's something that even when I was stepping into the matchmaking role, I was very apprehensive about, was like, hey, if this goes bad, or like, is someone going to ask for me to take sides and things like that? So it's definitely not something I super strongly suggest. But if you're very confident in your ability to assess quality character, and you've got experience with both people, like you've known them for a few years, then sure, I don't see anything truly wrong with that. But I wouldn't make that something that I put on my shoulders. Again, you're supposed to be a supporting character in their life. Very
good. Thank you, Brock. And thank you, Tracy, for writing in. Again, if you have a question that you would like Brock to tackle, you can send me an email. That's gino@wdodradio.com. And Brock did mention that he does have an event coming up next month. You'll be able to get those details on his website. And if you're looking, that's the perfect way to do it. Sign up for some speed dating. It's one of those many events. You can go to brockolsen.com for all those details. And of course, make sure you follow Brock on social media. Brock, until next time, thanks so much.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.